Hi guys, welcome back. So let's talk about who's still in the hunt as we get towards the sharp end of the Six Nations. Only 2 rounds left to go. We'll look at the table, talk through the chances of each of the teams, and I'd love to know your thoughts on that as well, plus an update on the Prediction League at the end. So let's have a look at the table, and sitting pretty at the top is Ireland. 3 wins from 3 bonus points, the best points difference there as well, and 15 points. If they win both of those games, they win the Grand Slam, it's all over. But we've got 3 teams chasing them, Scotland, England and France, who could all still win. They'll need Ireland to lose at least one match, of course. We can see Scotland and England with a significantly better points difference though than France, so that could come into play as well. So those 4, they're still in the hunt. And the bottom 2, Italy and Wales, well, they're fighting out for 5th and 6th. But let's get into Ireland, the only team that can win that Grand Slam. First up against a high-scoring Scottish attack that's on fire at the moment, led by the mercurial Finn Russell. Just amazing to watch. Did so many great things the other day. Sure, he gave 1 intercept, but so many other great things. You kind of have to take that as well. And then next up for Ireland are England. So if they see off Scotland, next up are England. They seem to be improving each game. So by the 5th round, it should be the best version of England so far. And this game, it's last. It's last up on Super Saturday. So Ireland and England is last up. So even if Ireland won or lost the game versus Scotland, it might still come down to that very last match on Saturday. So that's going to be exciting. Now next in the table is Scotland, and they might be feeling a little bit crestfallen after they played some really good rugby in Paris and still lost. And the killer blow for them is they only scored 3 tries, so no bonus point for that. They didn't get within 7 points, so no bonus point for the losing bonus point. And now they're level on points with England. So that went as badly as it could go by still playing pretty well. So yeah, definitely a bit of blow for Scotland. They're going to have to pick themselves back up. However, the positive for Scotland is not only are they on form and they seem a very settled team, but they have both games at home. So if they can get a big win, it would be a big win versus world number 1's Ireland. Then they're at home to Italy last, so that's a great position. So probably the make or break is that game against Ireland. Now 3rd in the table currently sits England, and despite being a new team with a new coach and new systems at the start of the Six Nations, and of course they got that humbling to Scotland first up, after round 3 they're still very much in the championships mathematically. The downside for them is they've now faced, which is proven to be the 2 weakest sides in the championship, Italy and Wales. I don't think that can be argued too much. And now they've got the top 2 teams in the world left, with Ireland away in round 5, which they'd have to win, I think, to have a chance of winning the championship. So it's a tough ask for England, possible, but probably a taller order than other teams. Now going on to France, and like I said, I think it could be significant that they've got a much worse points difference than England and Scotland. Of course, they could win the championship by scoring more bonus points, but they have to kind of assume that other teams would do that as well, so they're going to have to score quite a lot of points as well, I think, which of course they are capable of. And the positive for them is they face the 2 teams with new coaches and new systems. Going away to Twickenham is probably going to be the more difficult of the games, but they'll fancy their chances of a bonus point win at home to Wales probably in the final round. So for them, that game against England is absolutely key, I think. Now for Italy, I think the formula is pretty simple. They can't, of course, win the tournament, but also they can't really catch anyone above them. Even if they get 2 bonus points wins for Italy, it requires all 3 of the teams above them to lose both games. And actually with England playing France, well, that's not going to happen anyway. So they are simply duking it out with Wales for that wooden spoon. The game against Scotland, I think, for Italy will be super exciting because Scotland like to throw the ball around, as do Italy, so that could be a madcap game. But I don't think they're looking on form to beat Scotland. But we'll see, you never know. Italy have had some big wins recently. Then finally on to Wales on a stone cold 0 tournament points and a whopping minus 62 points difference. Wales look unlikely to improve enough to beat France away. I mean, that's a massive task in round 5, so their last game. So all those hopes, like I mentioned before, is on Italy. The bad news for them, it's away from home. The bad news again is they don't really know their best team. And also Italy are completely on the same page, at least in attack. The chink of light, I think, is that Italy have had spells of very porous defence, but Welsh attack hasn't been good either. So Wales are really going to have to improve, and they need to win that Italian game. So that's how I see the final 2 rounds going, the odds of those rounds going. Let me know if you agree or disagree and what your thoughts are. Put them below. Now finally, onto an update of the fun Guinness Pint Prediction League, and I needed a big round because I wasn't doing that great, but I got it. Obviously a bit of luck involved, so here are my predictions. I got all 3 results correct. France, I said by 3. They obviously won by more. Wales, England, I said that England will win by 5. They won by 10, so not bad points for those two. But then I got a little bit lucky. I said Ireland by 14, and it was exactly Ireland by 14. So that gives me a big 30 points and pops me up to 67 out of 600 and whatever it is. But let's have a look at the big boys in this league. We've got Jack Kavanagh in first, Robert Ellis in second, Nathan Cameron, I think it probably is, Cameron Blair, Joe Concannon, Jason Newman, I think he spelt his surname wrong, but I'm guessing it's Newman, Harry Moran and James Peter, the top 8, well done to them. Now I want to have a look at Robert's predictions actually, Robert in second there, because look at this, he got 2 of those results spot on. How did you do that? He said France by 11 and it was 11, England by 10 and it was 10, and you got the Ireland result right, although not quite the right score, but a big scoring round, so that's good fun. I'll see if I can climb up the board anymore. So anyway guys, comments on predictions, comments on what I said might happen in the last 2 rounds. Love to know your thoughts, love to read all your comments, and I'll catch you next time.